Did you know that over 90% of American families eat turkey at Christmas, causing more than 22 million birds to disappear in just a single day? But do you know how millions of these turkeys are raised and processed to serve tables all around the world? The journey of a turkey begins on vast farms, where they are raised in disciplined housing with carefully controlled diets and full nutritional supplements to develop firm, healthy meat. Once they meet the required standards, they are moved to cold, steel-lit processing facilities, where automated production lines handle each cut with high precision, trimming, refining, and carefully sorting to produce premium turkey slices ready to appear on elegant dining tables worldwide. Today, join Agriculture Insight as we trace the journey of these turkeys to uncover the fascinating secrets of this multi-million-dollar industry. For decades, the United States has been regarded as the Kingdom of Turkeys, home to the largest turkey-raising industry on the planet. The country produces 46.6% of the world's supply, an overwhelming figure that easily eclipses the rest of the globe. More than just a billion-dollar industry, turkeys in America have become a true culinary icon, tied to holidays like Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, and countless family feasts steeped in tradition. And during the festive season, when millions of turkeys quietly make their final journey, the White House still upholds a one-of-a-kind ritual known as the turkey pardon, the presidential turkey pardon ceremony. Each year, a few turkeys are selected, pampered like celebrities, and then compete to see which one gets to step onto the stage in front of the press. It's a scene that's half humorous, half bittersweet, charming, ironic, and unmistakably American. Hidden behind all the dazzling rituals is a truth few people ever realize. Artificial insemination is the very starting point of the entire turkey industry. Because turkeys have been selectively bred to develop extremely large breasts, 99% of commercial turkeys in the United States can no longer mate naturally, forcing farms to rely on artificial insemination to maintain the breed and meet massive demand. The process begins with collecting semen from toms, whose reproductive organs are internal. Technicians must hold the birds in the correct position to obtain semen with extremely high concentration, enough to be diluted and used to inseminate 20 to 30 hens. Thanks to this method, a large farm can handle 1,000 to 3,000 hens per day, making this one of the most efficient stages in modern turkey production. After a few days of recovery following insemination, the hens enter the laying phase. When the cycle is just right, a fully formed egg is released almost effortlessly, so gently that it barely generates any noticeable force. Right beneath the nest, a conveyor belt immediately receives the egg. This system is engineered with such precision that its vibration level is only 1/10 of a human hand's movement, ensuring the egg's quality is preserved to the highest degree. After being collected, the eggs are carefully packaged and immediately transported to the hatcheries. Here, each tray is placed into an automated incubation zone, where every parameter, from temperature to humidity, is tightly controlled to prepare for the formation of new poults. To ensure perfect incubation, the machines are set to maintain a stable temperature of 37 to 38 degrees Celsius and continuously rotate the trays so heat is evenly distributed. But with turkey eggs, everything becomes far more challenging. The embryos are extremely sensitive, and even a 0.2–0.5 degrees Celsius deviation can affect their development. On top of that, the incubation period lasts 28 days, a full week longer than chicken eggs, increasing the risk of contamination. This means the entire process must be monitored with extra rigor, from disinfecting the incubators to tracking each individual batch. After several days, workers open the incubators and remove the trays for candling. Under intense light, each egg reveals its inner world, allowing them to clearly observe blood vessels, movement, and the precise stage of embryo growth. As the incubation period ends, the poults begin to hatch, letting out soft, cheep calls. Interestingly, just before breaking out of their shells, they even chat with one another through tiny vibrations and faint calls, as if they're inviting each other to step into the world together. Unlike adult turkeys, poults are timid and have poor vision, so the brooding area must be kept at 20 to 40 lux to help them easily find their feeders and drinkers. The floor is covered with a layer of large, clean, uniform wood shavings to prevent them from accidentally picking up tiny debris. Turkey poults are especially sensitive. Even a sudden noise or a passing shadow can cause their heart rate to spike, so staff always place them into the brooder gently to reduce stress and help the flock settle quickly. Once inside the brooding environment, they are provided with small, concentrated, nutrient-rich feed pellets, a special formula designed to be easily digestible during their first days of life. Turkeys are among the fastest-growing poultry species. In just a single week, they can gain several hundred grams thanks to specialized, nutrient-dense feed formulated specifically for rapid weight gain. Compared to chickens, young turkeys grow 1.5 to 2 times faster during their early life stages, causing their bodies to expand at an almost unbelievable pace. As a result, the spacious barns that once seemed roomy quickly start to feel crowded, yet the flock continues living closely packed together until they reach full size. By the second month, turkeys begin to reveal the traits that set them apart. Snow-white feathers, a nearly bare neck exposing their characteristic pink skin, and bright, crystal-like eyes, a combination that gives them an appearance both unusual and strikingly captivating. And finally, the harvest time arrives. Once the turkeys reach full size and the barns grow crowded, farmers begin gathering the flock. Catching is usually done at night, when the birds are calmer. During the day, they are too active, easily startled, and may injure themselves or others. Under dim lights, workers gently lift each large turkey into specialized crates, placing 4 to 6 birds per compartment, then carefully load them onto the trucks to keep them as calm as possible. Once everything is secured, the flock quietly begins its next journey, heading toward modern processing facilities. When the trucks arrive, each crate of turkeys is unloaded and moved directly into the receiving area. Here, every bird is weighed and its health indicators recorded before stepping onto the automated conveyor line. Bathed in a soft blue light, designed specifically to calm them after the long journey, the turkeys quietly move into the first stage of processing. Next, the system tilts the crates, allowing the birds to gently slide into the processing zone. Here, workers manually lift each turkey and place it into the handling system. In the next stage, the turkeys are fully stunned and moved into the feather removal system. Warm water is used to soften the feathers before an automated plucking machine with rubber rollers gently removes them, ensuring the meat's surface remains intact and of high quality. Once the plucking process is complete, the birds are transferred to the leg separation step. Here, an automated blade system performs the cuts with high precision, quickly directing the legs into a separate collection chute to ensure each part is clearly sorted before moving on to the subsequent processing stages. Moving forward along the conveyor, the turkeys are transferred to the internal processing station. Here, the automated system makes a precise opening and uses a specialized suction mechanism to collect internal organs such as the liver, heart, and intestines. These parts are directed onto a secondary conveyor, separated from the carcass and transported to the byproduct processing area. In a separate section, technicians inspect samples of solutions such as hydrogen peroxide, surface treatment acids, and chlorine-based compounds before they are approved for use. These substances help clean and improve the appearance of the turkey's skin. Although the practice remains controversial, no scientific study to date has confirmed any specific health risks. As a consumer, what do you think about this? Once the solutions pass inspection, the turkeys move along the conveyor into treatment tanks prepared to exact standards. During the soaking period, a recirculating spray system continuously stirs the solution flow, ensuring the chemicals coat the skin evenly and maximize whitening effectiveness. After the treatment is complete, the turkeys return to the conveyor, entering the next stage of the closed-loop processing chain. After the chemical soaking stage, the turkeys return to the familiar conveyor line to continue the process. First, they pass through a clean water rinsing system that removes any remaining solution from the skin. After rinsing, the birds enter a high-speed drying line approximately 50 meters long. Here, they are dried with hot air to eliminate all residual moisture on the skin. Not only does the hot air technology accelerate the drying process, but the birds are also rotated at high speed, allowing them to dry evenly while minimizing exposure to the external environment. The drying system is equipped with multiple powerful fans that deliver consistent heat across the entire turkey. This rapid drying step ensures the product maintains both its quality and freshness. After drying, the turkeys pass through an optical sorting system, where high-resolution cameras capture up to 500 images per second to assess quality. This technology analyzes every detail on the skin, from bruises and scratches to subtle color variations. Image processing algorithms instantly mark any defects and trigger robotic arms to divert faulty products onto a separate conveyor. Thanks to this system, more than 98% of turkeys that meet the standard continue along the main production line. Next, the turkey carcasses are secured and moved to an automated wing cutting station. Sensors precisely locate the joint between the wing and the body. Then, a sharp blade descends, separating each wing within seconds. The wings are collected on a lower conveyor and transported to a dedicated processing stage. The remaining meat, excluding the legs and wings, is sent to another processing station through the turkey breast cutting machine. Here, a sharp blade glides with both accuracy and finesse to separate the thick, tender breast meat from the carcass. While wings and breasts are relatively easy to remove, turkey thighs present a true mechanical challenge. The thigh joint, where dense muscle connects to the pelvic section, does not always sit in a fixed position, making thigh separation difficult. To solve this, factories use the auto-joint flex cut system, equipped with curved blades and multi-point pressure sensors. This technology scans the joint area up to 200 times per second, allowing the blade to automatically locate the natural separation point. Once the thighs are removed, the carcass continues toward the automated packaging stage. Recall the internal organs that were separated earlier. At this stage, the speed and precision are nearly absolute. Breast meat, liver, heart, thighs. Every part is cleaned, sorted, and carried along automated conveyors to electronic scales calibrated down to the gram. Immediately after weighing, the vacuum sealing system and tray sealing machines take over, creating neat, uniform portions ready to go straight onto retail shelves. Each package is labeled not only with the production date, but also with a QR code that tracks the entire journey, from farm to table. Every minute, hundreds of portions are inspected, sealed, and moved directly into cold storage, ready for transport. From vast farms, through each meticulous stage of the modern processing chain, every turkey undergoes a long journey before reaching the dining table. It is not only a traditional festive meat, but also a testament to the fusion of technology and agriculture, where humans and machines work together to create the perfect feast. For thousands of years, the water buffalo has been regarded as the living tractor of the East. India alone raises more than 150 million head, nearly half of the world's total herd, while China and Southeast Asia also keep tens of millions, using them both as draft power and as a source of food. Leaving behind the familiar fields of America, let's set foot in Asia, home to the world's largest buffalo population. In India, when festival season arrives, the buffalo is no longer just a beast of burden, but the very soul of the community. During the fiery Kambala festival, powerful pairs of buffalo charge at full speed across muddy tracks, pulling bare-chested jockeys behind them as crowds erupt in thunderous cheers. Yet the biggest twist comes from the West. It was buffalo milk, not cow's milk, that gave birth to creamy mozzarella. In the 12th century, water buffalo were brought from India to Italy by the Normans, settling in the marshlands of Campania. From this rich milk, the first pearly white mozzarella balls were born, destined to become an icon of Italian cuisine. Today, mozzarella di bufala campana is protected by the European Union with PDO status, standing shoulder to shoulder with champagne of France and prosciutto di Parma. And yet, even now, many people still mistakenly believe mozzarella comes from cow's milk. And the surprises don't stop at mozzarella. While buffalo milk created one of Italy's culinary jewels, buffalo meat has long been unfairly labeled as tough or smelly. The truth is the exact opposite. Buffalo meat is rich in protein, packed with iron, yet lower in fat and cholesterol than beef. It is not the tender, delicate flavor designed to please the masses, but rather a bold, primal, and intense experience. A taste so robust, it leaves an unforgettable impression on anyone curious enough to try it. After the dazzling festivals and the spotlight of industry, the buffalo still begins from its most familiar place, the farmyard. And it is this very journey that holds countless surprises we are about to uncover. A pregnant buffalo carries for nearly 11 months and usually gives birth once a year. Calves are typically born in spring when the pastures are lush and the climate is mild. 6 months later, they are weaned. Female calves are placed on special diets to be raised as breeding stock, while males are reared separately for meat. Weaning not only maximizes milk for making mozzarella, but also allows close monitoring of the calves' nutrition, ensuring they grow strong and healthy from the very start. If you ask what makes buffalo milk so unique, the answer lies in their diet. After each harvest, mountains of dry straw are rolled by machines into bales weighing hundreds of kilos, tightly wrapped in plastic to preserve them for months. These bales are stacked in long rows outside the barns, serving as food reserves that sustain the herd through winter. At mealtime, the straw is loaded into high-capacity mixers, blended with grains, minerals, and supplemental bran. This TMR mixture is evenly combined, highly nutritious, and easy to digest. An adult buffalo consumes up to 15 kilograms a day, ruminating for 6 to 8 hours. It is this balanced diet that produces milk with nearly twice the fat content of cow's milk, the very foundation of glossy, elastic, and chewy mozzarella. Few people realize that buffaloes have a higher body temperature than most other livestock, making them extremely sensitive to heat. For them, bathing is not a pastime, but a daily ritual of survival. In the morning or late afternoon, as soon as the barn doors open, the whole herd rushes into the pond, plunging into the cool water. They churn up the mud, flick their tails, splash water everywhere, and then lie still to cool their bodies and relax their muscles after hours of hard work. Modern farms even build bathing pools with sprinklers and filtration systems, turning these moments of wallowing into a kind of hydrotherapy spa that helps buffaloes beat heat stress, stay healthy, and produce higher milk yields. The combination of an outdoor pond spa and indoor air conditioning not only allows the herd to relax as if being pampered at a resort, but also significantly reduces the risks of miscarriage, mastitis, and declining milk yields during scorching days. This stands as living proof of how modern technology is transforming the face of traditional buffalo farming. And all that care, from feeding and bathing to even massage, ultimately leads to the most important moment: milking. A female buffalo begins producing milk about 8 to 10 months after calving. Before milking, the udder is washed with warm water and carefully disinfected. A vacuum milking machine is then attached, rhythmically squeezing and releasing just like a calf suckling. The suction is precisely calibrated, strong enough to extract the milk efficiently, yet gentle enough to avoid injury. Each session, a buffalo can yield 4 to 6 liters. In large farms, dozens of animals are milked simultaneously in a rotary parlor, where the entire process runs smoothly, hygienically, and without a drop wasted. The fresh white milk then flows directly through closed stainless steel pipes into chilled storage tanks, to deliver the milk to the factory the very same day, preserving its full freshness. While the females are tied to milk production, the males also find their own role: raised for meat, ensuring that no part of this resource goes to waste. From the farm to the plant, buffaloes do not head straight into slaughter, but are first given time to rest and recover after transport. It may sound simple, but this pause allows their muscles to firm up and preserves the meat's natural red color. The process inside the plant begins with absolute precision, as each buffalo is handled and all blood and internal organs are removed within a closed system. The industrial saw screeches through the spine, splitting the carcass cleanly in two. Just seconds later, a chest saw tears open the ribcage, while pneumatic knives and hide pullers strip away the fat and silver skin. Then comes the most intricate stage. Skilled workers wield slender, razor-sharp boning knives, sliding along each fiber to separate bone and tendon, preserving the buffalo's hallmark lean, firm meat. The large cuts are moved to the portioning area, where 3D cameras scan their shape, electronic scales adjust the weight, and automated cutters divide them into primal cuts: chuck, rib, loin, round. Some plants even employ a crust freeze technique, flash freezing the surface so that every slice comes out smooth and intact, ensuring that the steak on the plate looks nothing short of perfect. Stepping into the freezing chamber, the pace slows down. At ultra-low temperatures, the meat sleeps for over 72 hours, preserving its freshness and halting any bacterial growth. When the time is right, it is awakened. Each cut is vacuum sealed, tagged with a QR label, and carefully packed into cartons. From the cold stores of India, these pieces of meat then journey across continents, finding their way onto family dinner tables and even into culinary adventures around the world. Now let's return to the cheese factory, where rich buffalo milk is transformed into the glossy, stretchy mozzarella we've all been waiting for. But upon entering the factory, that pure white milk cannot go straight into processing. Standing before it is a strict gate. Cleanliness, bacterial count, and fat content are all scrutinized down to the smallest detail. Just the slightest deviation, and an entire batch worth tens of thousands of dollars could be lost. In the end, only perfectly balanced tanks of milk earn the right to proceed to pasteurization. When the inspection cycle is complete, the approved tanks of milk are pumped directly into the HTST system. The milk is heated in less than 20 seconds and then instantly cooled. All harmful bacteria are eliminated, while its original flavor is perfectly preserved. The pasteurized milk is channeled into massive steel vats, where rennet and lactic cultures are added. As the proteins begin to bond, the liquid milk transforms into a soft gel known as curd. For 30 to 40 minutes, gentle automatic stirrers keep the enzymes evenly distributed. When the process is complete, the curd has fully formed, ready to be separated from the liquid whey. Right after that, the soft curd mass is cut into small pieces by stainless steel blades moving slowly and evenly. This process, known as cutting the curd, is crucial because the size of the pieces determines the final texture of the cheese. The smaller the curds, the more whey they release, resulting in a firmer, stretchier cheese. Larger curds retain more moisture, creating a softer, creamier product. As whey begins to rise to the surface, the temperature of the vat is gradually increased under careful control. The heat causes the curd grains to shrink and tighten, expelling even more whey and forming a denser structure, while also inhibiting the growth of unwanted bacteria. This is the decisive fine-tuning step, striking the perfect balance between moisture, firmness, and flavor, before the true magic of mozzarella begins. At this stage, the curd has reached the perfect balance of acidity and moisture to enter its most important ritual, immersion into hot water, where a rotating shaft begins its mechanical dance, lifting, folding, and spinning continuously, kneading the curd into glistening, silky masses. Under the heat, tightly coiled protein strands unwind and reconnect with one another. Fragmented pieces gradually merge into a single, glossy, elastic ribbon of cheese. It feels like witnessing silk being woven from milk, the very secret that gives mozzarella its endless stretch without ever breaking. After the stretching, the piping hot cheese mass is transferred to the molding machine. Steel arms spin, cut, and roll, and in the blink of an eye, the curd is transformed into glossy, perfectly round mozzarella balls, smooth as if wrapped in silk. Immediately, they drop into a cold water bath, where rushing streams quench the heat, tighten the structure, and lock in freshness. Have you ever wondered why mozzarella is always round, never square or flat? Its shape is like a natural shield. The taut surface seals in moisture, prevents cracks, and preserves its integrity. All of this is for one moment. When you take a bite, the creamy richness bursts across your palate, leaving behind a taste you'll never forget. But that flavor would never be complete without the brining bath, the final step that shapes their very soul. It is the salt that elevates the creamy richness while shielding the cheese from bacteria, keeping it fresh for longer. From here, robots delicately pick up each ball and place it into a clear plastic tub. A sterile, diluted brine is poured in, allowing the mozzarella to remain soft and moist without becoming overly salty. The lid is sealed tight, vacuum-packed, and stamped with a QR code and production date. Finally, the cartons move into cold storage, closing the chapter of an extraordinary journey and opening the door to travels across the world. If you're an animal lover, you might be a little shocked to hear that guinea pigs are eaten as food. But in South America, where guinea pigs are raised on a large scale, they're actually considered a traditional source of meat with high economic value. In Peru alone, a country that regards guinea pig as a national dish, up to 65 million are processed each year to serve both the domestic market and export demands, generating hundreds of millions of dollars for not just Peru, but the entire Andean region. Although this rodent belongs to the same family, Caviidae, as ordinary mice, its appearance is far more endearing. Soft, multicolored fur like velvet, a chubby body, tiny stubby legs, and a calm, gentle temperament. Unlike many of their rodent relatives, guinea pigs don't climb, don't jump, and have no tail at all. Remarkably, they also lack the ability to synthesize vitamin C, a rare genetic trait that makes their diet something that must be carefully managed. And if you're curious what guinea pig meat tastes like, imagine a piece of tender young chicken, but with a firmer texture, more fat under the skin, and a deeper, richer flavor. The meat is naturally sweet, easy to digest, high in protein, and contains even less cholesterol than chicken or pork, making guinea pig not just a culturally proud traditional dish, but also a promising alternative protein for the future. But that's only half the story, because while the familiar guinea pigs of Peru are raised in cages, their giant cousin lives wild and free in the eastern part of South America, the capybara. Compared to the typical guinea pig, the capybara is a colossal rodent, in fact the largest rodent species on Earth, reaching up to 1 meter in length and weighing over 60 kilograms. They dwell along rivers, lakes, marshes, and flooded fields, places where lush vegetation is always available to sustain their strictly herbivorous diet. Capybaras feed on just about every kind of plant they can find: grass, corn, sugarcane, sweet potatoes, young rice plants, and water-grown vegetables. Though peaceful in nature, when dozens of them move in herds during the dry season, when food is scarce, their foraging can spell disaster for farmers. In Brazil and Venezuela, it's not uncommon to see entire herds of capybaras invading crop fields, trampling the soil, stripping young plants bare, and leaving behind devastation that makes replanting nearly impossible. Still, capybaras are not considered a national-level agricultural threat like field rats. They reproduce more slowly and are often managed through legal hunting or controlled farming. In fact, in several South American countries, capybaras are seen as premium game meat, sometimes fetching higher prices than beef in certain regions. Their meat has a distinctive profile: flavorful, firm, rich in collagen, and is commonly prepared smoked, salted, and grilled, or turned into sausages. At one point in history, the Roman Catholic Church even allowed capybara meat to be consumed in place of fish during Lent, arguing that since they live in water, they could be classified as aquatic creatures. Two rodents, one domesticated, one wild, have carved out a unique place in the culinary and cultural life of Latin America. Together, they are a vivid testament to how humans engage with nature, nurturing it, utilizing it, and respecting the wild diversity it offers. And every journey has a beginning. So right now, let's step inside the guinea pig farms, where it all begins, and discover how this charming little creature has become one of the world's most fascinating and talked about sources of food. To build a commercially viable guinea pig farm, breed selection is a critical first step, directly influencing reproductive efficiency and meat quality. Determining the sex of a guinea pig is the starting point, but it's not as simple as one might think. Both males and females share remarkably similar appearances, especially during their juvenile stage. However, upon close inspection, males tend to have slightly larger bodies, with a subtly raised lower abdomen due to developed genital glands. In adults, these glands become clearly visible as two small lumps near the anus, making them one of the most reliable indicators of sex. In contrast, females are generally smaller and lower to the ground, with flat bellies and a soft, rounded body shape. Resembling a walking, furry pillow. Beyond sex identification, farmers must select individuals that are healthy, active, and have smooth, evenly colored fur. Signs such as patchy hair loss, skin redness, scratches, or sluggish reflexes are considered red flags. A high-quality breeding guinea pig typically weighs between 600 and 800 grams, has a strong skeletal frame, no deformities, and displays quick, alert responses to sound or movement, key genetic indicators for a robust next generation. Once a healthy breeding stock has been selected with the proper male-to-female ratio, farmers begin the pairing process to allow natural mating among guinea pigs. Typically, one male is housed with 4 to 6 females in a quiet, spacious environment, completely free from the presence of other males. Guinea pigs can reproduce year-round with no fixed breeding season and are capable of mating as early as 3 to 4 months old, once their reproductive instincts begin to emerge. Mating is often quick and spontaneous, sometimes lasting only a few minutes, but may occur multiple times over several days if the animals are not separated. During this period, close observation is essential to ensure mating success and to prevent exhaustion or stress in the females. After mating has taken place, the female guinea pig is separated to allow for close monitoring throughout her pregnancy. The gestation period ranges from 59 to 72 days, unusually long for a rodent. However, this extended duration results in well-developed newborns. They are born fully furred, with open eyes, teeth, and the ability to walk immediately. A typical litter consists of 2 to 6 pups, though healthy mothers can sometimes give birth to as many as 8. Female guinea pigs are known to be devoted mothers, but they still require support in the form of a clean, dry, and completely quiet enclosure. Even minor noise or disturbance can cause stress, potentially disrupting the mother's ability to care for her young properly. When the young guinea pigs reach about 1 month of age, they are transferred from the initial nursery area to commercial grow-out pens, where they continue to be raised until they reach harvest weight. Depending on the scale and purpose of the operation, housing systems can vary significantly. In small-scale or family-run farms, guinea pig enclosures are often designed with a surprising level of care and creativity. These setups serve not only as shelter, but as miniature kingdoms for the animals. Farmers may construct multi-level cages resembling tiny castles, complete with climbing tubes, wooden ramps, multi-compartment food towers, automatic water dispensers, and even sand bathing areas, creating a space that's both easy to manage and stimulating for natural behaviors and movement. In some regions, small-scale guinea pig farming has even evolved into a semi-hobbyist activity, blending commercial goals with entertainment and emotional attachment. This approach helps the animals grow in a low-stress, enriched environment, often leading to faster and healthier development. However, in large-scale commercial farms, aesthetic considerations are replaced by functionality and productivity. Enclosures are arranged in long rows, divided into clearly marked compartments, each holding about 10 to 15 animals, depending on their size and sex. The floors are typically lined with absorbent materials such as compressed sawdust, recycled paper, or smart plastic mesh that allows waste to fall into collection trays below, helping keep the space dry, odor-controlled, and reducing the risk of respiratory illness. At this stage, diet plays a decisive role in the growth rate and meat quality. Guinea pigs are strict herbivores, but their meals are far from just a handful of greens. They require a balanced diet of fiber, plant-based protein, vitamins, and minerals. High-quality hay, primarily alfalfa or timothy grass, is sourced from satellite grass farms, then sun-dried and stored in humidity-controlled warehouses. This hay is not only rich in fiber, but also has a natural aroma that makes it highly palatable and easy for guinea pigs to digest. In addition, they are given freshly cut grass from surrounding fields each day, along with vegetables and fruits such as carrots, cucumbers, pumpkins, apples, or tender corn leaves, both to stimulate appetite and boost nutrition. However, fruit portions are strictly controlled. As guinea pigs have a sweet tooth, too much natural sugar can quickly lead to obesity or diarrhea. To ensure consistent nutrition, farms also provide pellet feed made from ground grains, soybeans, and fortified with vitamin C, a nutrient guinea pigs cannot synthesize on their own and whose deficiency can cause swollen joints, watery eyes, or rough, brittle fur. Every day, farm workers monitor their feeding behavior and separate underperforming individuals for special care. It may sound simple, but in reality, feeding grass to hundreds of guinea pigs is a rigorous nutritional race between the keeper and the surprisingly finicky appetites of these small creatures. After about 3 to 4 months of consistent care and a precise diet, guinea pigs will reach their ideal slaughter weight, typically between 900 grams and 1.2 kilograms each. By this stage, their bodies are fully developed, with just the right layer of fat beneath the skin, firm meat, and sleek fur, meeting both visual and commercial quality standards. This is also the moment they are ready to enter a new chapter in their life cycle, when their meat will be harvested, processed, and transformed into the signature dishes of the Andes region. Imagine yourself wandering through lush gardens and vast farms, where sunlight glimmers on the shimmering, gold-like feathers of a bird once inseparably linked with royalty and legend. Welcome to China, the cradle of the dazzling peafowl, where millions are cared for each year. Only about 1% of people in the world know this truth. Those sparkling eyes on a peacock's feathers actually have no color at all. The mesmerizing emerald blues, golden hues, or deep purples don't come from pigments, but from an optical illusion created by microscopic structures within each feather, where light is bent, reflected, and refracted so intricately it deceives even the human eye. If you were to grind a peacock feather into powder, all that brilliance would vanish, revealing only a dull gray-brown dust, seemingly insignificant, yet holding one of nature's most astonishing secrets. Most peafowl are gentle, slow-paced, and vigilant, spending much of their day foraging, preening, and watching their surroundings. But don't think they're just ornamental. When needed, a male peacock can burst into flight to perch high in the trees, chase off predators, and even charge into battle to defend its territory, all while winning the heart of a mate with an unrivaled courtship dance. Within the thick, sturdy shell, life stirs and cracks begin to appear. Bits of shell fall away, revealing tender eyes gradually learning to take their very first breaths. The peachick struggles to break free from its stone-like cocoon, its tiny body soaked but brimming with vitality. In that fleeting moment, from the silence of the egg, a new rhythm of life emerges, marking the beginning of a long journey across the vast grasslands. From the very first cry of life, the mother peahen shelters her chicks with unwavering devotion. Though she lacks the dazzling plumage of the peacock, she carries a warm cloak of instinctive maternal love, strong enough to protect her fragile brood. As soon as their down feathers dry, the chicks totter after their mother, imitating her every move. How to peck at seeds, listen to the sounds of the forest, and react to danger. Their first meals are guided by the mother's care, from insects, ants, and spiders to tender seeds and wild berries, all vital nutrients that help their bodies grow, bones strengthen, and immunity develop. In a world full of lurking threats, The mother is their living shield. At the slightest unfamiliar sound, her wings spread wide, covering the chicks tucked beneath. Thanks to her protection, each peachick grows day by day, until its survival instincts awaken and it is ready to leave her side, stepping boldly into independence in the wild. From around their second year of life, peafowl begin to transform, revealing clear sexual differences not only in appearance, but also in demeanor. The peacock stands out with his large body and regal gait, but his greatest allure lies in his magnificent tail, adorned with hundreds of iridescent eyes that shimmer like stars. This tail is not merely a biological feature, but a visual masterpiece, a weapon crafted by nature for the courtship dance. In contrast, the peahen embodies characteristic modesty, brownish-gray feathers tinged with deep green, a smaller, more delicate body, and quiet steps. Yet this very simplicity plays a vital role in nesting, incubating, and raising the young. Upon reaching maturity, the peacock is not only beautiful, but also fiercely assertive. He patrols his territory daily, every step and every fan of his tail carrying a message of dominance. His call rings out far and haunting, high-pitched, prolonged, like a living declaration of power. When a rival appears, the peacock does not hesitate. He instantly fans his tail, raises his head high, lets out sharp, piercing cries, and charges at the intruder with wing beats, kicking feet, and an unyielding glare. A contest both dazzling and intense, where beauty and strength merge as one. But to achieve such a majestic appearance, nutrition plays a crucial role. Peafowl must be fed a proper diet to maintain glossy feathers, good health, and a lively spirit. In the wild, they live in small groups, active mainly in the early morning and late afternoon. Their diet is diverse, ranging from seeds, fallen fruits, and insects to small snakes and lizards. They prefer quiet, open areas and remain highly alert. Just a slight sound is enough to send the entire flock soaring into the air. In captivity, peafowl are raised in spacious enclosures, with plenty of trees for perching and shade. Even under farm conditions, caretakers strive to recreate a natural-like environment to prevent stress, since peafowl are sensitive animals that need space and tranquility. The better they are cared for, the more splendid the peacock's tail becomes, growing longer, more vibrant, and sharply defined, like a painting, ready for the next courtship season, when they once again transform into grassland dancers, captivating the entire forest with their mesmerizing displays. Like many other bird species, peafowl have a seasonal molting period, typically occurring from late summer to early autumn, right after the breeding season ends. During this time, the male gradually sheds its long tail feathers, the proud symbol of its beauty, in preparation for the new growth cycle the following year. This is when keepers can naturally collect the feathers without causing any harm to the bird's health or well-being. On average, an adult male peafowl sheds about 100 to 200 tail feathers annually, including both the long central feathers and the shorter outer ones. Harvesting at the right time not only ensures the best feather quality, but also helps prevent excessive feather loss during damp weather, which could lead to chills. Professional breeders usually mark each bird's molting schedule and closely monitor the process for effective and timely collection. In feng shui, peacock feathers are symbols of luck, prosperity, power, and abundance. The round, well-defined eye spots are believed to ward off negative energy and attract positive vibrations. For this reason, peacock feathers are often placed in ceramic vases and displayed in formal or sacred spaces. Today, peacock feathers and their distinctive patterns continue to strongly inspire the fashion world. Many collections, from high-end runways to everyday designs, draw inspiration from the vibrant colors and symmetrical structure of peacock feathers. Beyond clothing, peacock motifs are widely used in hair accessories, hats, scarves, and even makeup designs inspired by the mystical blue-green hues of a peacock's tail. The soft, mysterious, and captivating beauty of peacock feathers makes any design featuring them stand out with artistic flair. From feng shui to fashion and art, peacock feathers are not just natural materials, but vivid symbols of beauty, power, and faith that transcend cultures.